From hotspots to hidden gems, it's your guide to chill in LA the unscripted way from the Cube in Santa Clarita. In sunny Southern California, temperatures rarely drop below perfect, but we are getting wild this winter. Hi everyone, I'm Dana Devon, and any excuse to wear this. Joining me the other half of my couple's skate.
I'm Doug Kolk, but today you can call me Chaz Michael Michaels from Blades of Glory, because today we're going off script where they actually shot scenes from the film in Santa Clarita. And the Cube is a perfect 10, just like this next location.
There's no shortage of holiday magic here at Live Oak Canyon. The Live Oak Canyon Winter Wonderland is everything from Christmas tree shopping, as well as our petting zoo, to our mechanical ride, as well as some festive food vendors and drinks.
Live Oak Canyon Winter Wonderland and Christmas Tree Farm has been branching out. And would you believe they have 4 different types of Christmas trees? And I'm pining for all of them.
Families love coming to Live Oak Canyon to capture those holiday memories of their children in photo ops. We have over 50,000 lights throughout the farm. From the view from the top of our Ferris wheel, you'll just get the most epic view of all of our Christmas lights throughout the farm. This is the Garden of Lights. We have several different photo ops throughout, so you can take your family photos.
We're about to take a magical train ride, but I heard there's a special guest. Come on!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
It's Santa!
The train is fantastic. We take the ride through the Valley of Lights. We have hundreds of lights. And then they end up coming down to Santa's Village.
You can actually get off the train, go in to see Santa, take your photos, and tell him what you want for Christmas.
We're here at Santa's Village in the North Pole, and I'm so excited there's not a line because I'm gonna need a hot minute to tell Santa all the things on my list. But let's go, come on, it's Santa!
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, everybody. Welcome to Santa's Village. What would you like for Christmas?
Legos.
Lego. What is your name?
Otis.
What would you like for Christmas?
Peace and love and joy in the world.
Had a girl.
And maybe a diamond.
We do have our ice rink, good for ages 2 and up. We also have like little Zamboni trainers for your kids who are just learning to skate.
Olympic trials coming through.
A lot of people have never seen a real ice rink, so when they get here and they walk into that chill, they're just amazed.
We're getting them speed now. Now don't be a Grinch and leave here without visiting the general store and getting some gift for your loved ones.
We also have Christmas movies playing and fire pits that you can roast your very own s'mores and enjoy a cup of hot cocoa.
After we finish with all the ho ho ho, it's time for a little co. Get it? Ah! We're warming up here by a cozy fire. We've got our s'mores kit. This is the perfect way to spend the holiday. Ah! Not that bad. Oof, oof. It's a little crispy, but we'll eat it anyway.
You know, they say ice skating dates back to prehistoric times, and figure skating was actually the first sport to be included in the Winter Olympics.
He's like a walking encyclopedia,
How do we do
folks.
it?
That's good to know. And you know, so is this.
Dana, I have your size 12s.
Oh, good. I have your size 2s.
Next time something breaks, you won't be upset. You'll just be like, oh, now I can make it new.
Yeah.
And different.
I have a toddler, and when she breaks something, I have to kind of hide my excitement. I have to contain it because I don't want to encourage her to break things to make Mama happy. Kintsugi is this beautiful Japanese art form of mending broken ceramics and highlighting them with gold. When you hear kintsugi, which kin is gold and tsugu means to connect, so it's directly translated, it means golden joinery, but you think that it's connected with gold. It's actually not. The basis of kintsugi is an ancient Japanese lacquer. And so it's a lacquer craft mainly, and then you dust it with gold to accentuate and highlight the fractures, which I think is just the most beautiful, beautiful thing. The traditional form of kintsugi actually takes months. It's a difficult and dangerous art form because if you touch it, you can get rashes. The lacquer is actually a cousin of poison ivy. And so it's not an easy art form to learn. So in recent years, there's been a new method coming out of Japan where they use a modern lacquer based on cashew. It's a 3-hour workshop. It's a little bit of a longer process, but we try to at least teach everybody all the steps in 3 hours. I can do virtual as well as in person. It's a very small, intimate experience most of the time. And it's, I walk you basically through 3 steps.
I've always been so interested in kintsugi because it's more than just an art form. It's a way of kind of seeing that things that are imperfect can be good again and can be beautiful again, right? So, okay, this is kind of your workshop. What are we gonna do today?
So first what we do is, we go around and we share, and then we hold our broken pieces. I can provide the pieces for you, or you can bring your own pieces in. Generally, something that is a very simple break is ideal. If you bring something in 10 pieces, it's going to be very difficult for the first time.
Yes.
And so we first what we do is we glue these back together. So that's step 1. And then if there are any cracks or if there are any gaps that are missing, we then putty. We fill it in with putty to make it a bit smooth. And so we do that. That's the second step.
Okay.
And then the final step, which is the most fun, is
The gold.
The gold is the lacquering. We get to paint it into these beautiful colors. The whole concept of kintsugi is imperfection. It's been so beautiful to see people get so much more out of these workshops than just a fun craft. For those who are looking for just a fun craft, it could be just that. But for many people, it's a way to connect with maybe loved ones that they've lost who have left behind something. And possibly for broken relationships. You know, even in my own life, I've experienced that there's hope even in, things that didn't work out the way that you hoped or wanted to.
What does going off script mean to you?
This isn't enough?
I mean, yeah. All right, let's check in with our SoCal born and bred unscripter Jasmine Simpkins for her cool local find.
Running out of hands here, guys, but I've got my plants.
So the Plant Chica is a community greenhouse located in Lemert Park. The Plant Chica is owned by my husband Bontalam and I, but if you asked our 7-year-old son, he would tell you he is owner of the Plant Chica because he's very, very proud of this space. I used to work in the medical field. I did that for 10 years, and I had my son. So the Plant Chica started as a side hustle, and so we used to just set up tables on random corners all around LA selling plants. We also just opened up an Etsy shop, and we started to get really, really busy on Etsy, so we started shipping plants. And the moment for me was when I started making more money doing this than at my actual job. So I decided to quit my job. My last day of work was on Women's Day in 2019, which was very, very special for me because I felt like the universe just did that to reassure me that I was making the right choice. So when you come and visit the Plant Chica, we will educate you on indoor houseplants. That's really what we specialize in. If you're looking for something that's a little more low maintenance and you don't have a ton of light and it can stand not being watered for a while, I always recommend a ZZ or a snake plant. Anything with like thicker leaves doesn't necessarily need a ton of water, which means they can go a long time without watering because they hold water in their leaves. And the complete opposite for something that has like transparent leaves, you're gonna have to keep that soil moist.
I love this. Okay, I'm taking one of these.
This is actually called a Buena Suerte plant, which means good luck. These are very giving.
Hand me this. I need one of these too.
So we do have a ton of pet-friendly options, and then high light and low light options. So there's literally something for everyone. We also help you repot your plant if you want to pick out a plant that goes more so with your aesthetic and you don't want to keep it in that nursery pot. So it's a healthy plant. And so we're just going to put it into a new pot. I've always loved plants. I was exposed to plants from a very, very young age. I grew up as a pastor's kid my whole life. And my mom used to actually do the flower arrangements for our church. And so we used to go with her to the flower district every single week to pick out flowers and plants for the church. My parents are a huge part of the business. I really owe it to them. I call my mom the OG Plant Chica, and same with my dad.
But I also love that you let the community in, right? You hold events here as well.
I grew up in South Central and we just never had spaces like these here. And I just believe about exposing people
to the power and the magic of plants, and not having them have to go to the west side for that. For the folks who maybe want a plant but can't necessarily afford plants, we host something called the Adopt a Plant event, and we just had one. We gave away 1,500 free plants, and 1,200 people showed up for it. So it was a packed house, and we feel very, very grateful to be able to do that.
So it's community plus plants equal Plant Chica.
It's easy to keep up the cool when you have us.
And we have more fantastic finds coming up when LA Unscripted from theCUBE returns. Welcome back to LA Unscripted from the super cool Cube in Santa Clarita. I'm Dana Devin.
And I'm Doug Kolk. You know, there is nothing like living here in Southern California, but sometimes there's just too much to do. I know it's a good problem, but where do you start?
Well, that's why we're here.
I think the thing that makes this place very successful is that comfort food when you bite into those dishes that it just takes you back to your grandmother's table.
You know how much we love viewer submission emails on LA Unscripted? Well, we got one of the most special ones we've ever received. It's called Moffitt's Chicken Pie Restaurant. It's located in the city of Arcadia, and it belonged to the Moffitt's family for over 50 years. They recently sold it to their cook and his daughter. They are such great people, giving to the community and keeping the chicken pies tradition going. Adriana, come in here. Okay, what made you write to LA Unscripted?
I just wanted people to know all the hard work they're putting into the business since they took over. So here we have famous Moffitt's chicken pot pies, liver and onion, the country fried chicken, the salads.
I haven't gotten a bad meal at all, ever. It's been just great.
Okay, Sandra, how did you guys end up taking over this place?
So my dad's been working here for a very long time and he's almost due to retire.
The place has been here since 1975 and I started working 1980. The owner was original Raymond Moffitt and Carmen Moffitt. I came up from Mexico. My first job in Moffitt's, I was washing dishes. A few years ago, I got the opportunity to become a part of the business.
He told me, they want to sell the business. I don't think I could do it by myself. Would you be able to come on board? To him, I think being able to work as a family and keep the business going, that knowledge that he has, instill those values and morals, because coming as an immigrant, he didn't have no one to help him.
I work all my life in Moffitt's. So you're talking 40-something years. That's all I know, and I love what I do.
So that's when we said, okay, the whole family has to be involved, and that's what it took.
Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for has arrived. We finally have the famous chicken pot pie. Okay, is there a secret recipe to this, or has anything changed over the last few years?
Still the same chicken, big chunks, and the special sauce, which is the gravy.
That is home. That is just like home in a recliner with a comfy blanket.
Seeing people come in that've been coming here for decades just means the world, because he's passing down the torch and they've embraced me. The community is so loving.
Judy, why do you come here?
They're a lot of people that I know.
I got rhubarb pie. Where can you ever find rhubarb pie? What kind did you get?
Peach.
She got peach, because you are a peach. You're just a little peach.
Yeah.
So we're gonna eat our pie. Judy, eat your pie. Oh my God, it's so good.
Oh, try this one.
No.
Try this. Just try it.
No, this is too
It's
good.
really good.
It is an American dream come true, because not very many people come from other countries and it's got the chance to own a business. And I love being in Moffitt's.
Dad, all that sacrifice that you've done through the years, it's paid off. Look where we're at. We're so happy.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you too.
Just call me Champion Ice Queen.
Dana, there's nothing regal about what I just saw.
It was so good. But I feel like one with this next story, strictly for unscripters to feel like the royalty they are.
They
say that polo is the oldest sport ever played, and they still play it the same way today, especially here at California Polo Club.
Polo actually started in Central Asia, which is Persia or modern-day Iran, going back to like 6th century BC. I don't know if it's true or not, but they actually used for polo balls with skulls of people's heads. It was a way of training the military back at that era on horsemanship. And obviously nobody knows for sure, but that it's the oldest sport in existence. We have 5 instructors that teach all the way from complete beginners that have never ridden a horse before, all the way to professionals that actually want to fine-tune their game. For the complete beginners, we furnish the horses, all the equipment that's needed, so anyone that's actually never even ridden a horse before can come out and learn how to play polo. A good polo horse loves the game. They actually get excited like people do when they're getting ready, when they're being tacked and coming out into the arena.
This is the first step of learning polo, is that right?
Yes, the reins is the first part. Then the stirrups and the mallet last. The mallet have to be always
up.
Mallet up.
I see that the tail is tied.
Yes.
Why is this tail tied?
Oh, we tie the tail because sometimes some horses, they move the tail too much. The mallet don't stuck in the tail.
Fun fact, I can actually ride, but I've never played polo, not once in my life.
Stop, go, turn, there. Only here.
Stay in this area.
Yes, in this area. So before we start, I want to see you how you ride it. Very good. So now the mallet. You have this position, grab the mallet with your left hand, put your thumb.
Okay.
And turn.
And like this.
Half sit. Yes, right there. Every time you play polo, you need that position. This is the line of the bow, upside. The mallet is in position. And this is the line of the bow, near side. The mallet have to be in the line of the bow at all the time. Back shot. Now hit upside forward. Maintain that position at all the time. There. So you come in here. Mallet up, mallet back. Follow through.
It's unbelievable what can happen when you watch this show.
You know something else unbelievable? The very first ice skating blades were made from animal bones.
I don't know. I don't think that would fly today.
You know, especially not here in animal-loving Los Angeles. So, moving on, we are going to take a quick time out. LA Unscripted, we'll be right back.
No bones about it. Did you guys know ice dancing actually came from the waltz?
And the kiss and cry area is a legit official spot and term. It's where the skater sits with the coach and gets scored.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Well, then I'm giving this next spot a 10.
I'm gonna have this little sparkly cookie. Would you want one of these?
Absolutely.
Can we do a little cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers to the holidays.
Salud.
Salud. Mmm, crunchy.
Spirit Grocers is a company that was founded by a young lady that was an immigrant from South Korea in 1981, her and her husband. From that, it grew to a company that is diverse in the neighborhoods that it serves. So we go into neighborhoods, maybe underserved, maybe have a couple different grocery stores in there, and we try to hire from within that community. We bring the foods that that community wants and give them the best quality, the best service, the best people, the best price.
The holidays are coming up, and I feel like that's the best time for people and their families to come together over food. So what specialty things do you have going on for the holidays that people can find here?
The culture celebrates over food. And so if you come in here, having fresh quality food, having fresh ingredients, you have the corn husk, you have all the peppers, all the masa, all the elements that you need to make some great tamales. And if you got a family recipe that you want to put together, we have all the fixings for that. Pozole is another great meal.
This is the most gorgeous table I've ever seen. It's very holiday-y. We have to talk about, why did you guys want to give us this table specifically?
This is an assortment of all the variety that we carry and more of some of the things that we have, such as like our albondiga soup, we have our pozole. All these items are very traditional in your posadas, parties that you have. from the 16th all the way to the 24th.
So this gets you covered pretty much throughout the holidays.
Oh, most definitely. All of our tamales we have with either red or green sauce. My favorite is the jalapeno and cheese tamales.
Oh my
They
God.
are like out of this world.
Jalapeno, I've never had a jalapeno and cheese one, so I'm so excited. And you can come here and you can have these already prepared for you, but you can also make it yourself, right?
Absolutely. So we have the masa that we can also have. We have the corn husk as well. We have the proteins. So you have your sauces, your tomatoes, your onions, all the things that you would need to make your tamale.
Tell me about the pozole for those who don't know.
So our pozole, it comes in, we chop up our pork, we cook it in boiling water, and then we add our hominy, our chilies and spices and seasonings, and we put it to a slow boil for approximately 2.5 hours, and voila.
I'm putting on some gloves because we're gonna dig into some cake today.
What we have here is our rosca, and we have little baby Jesuses inside. If you cut it and you get the piece with the baby Jesus, you become the host of a party on February 2nd. It's called Dia de Calendario. You typically host with tamales and champorrado or anything that you really want to bring.
I don't see a baby in here. Do I have it? Oh!
You're the host.
I got it! I'm hosting the party.
Right on.
I'll get all my stuff from
All
here,
right.
Superior Grocery. It's easy. I can just go right here, get all my stuff for the party. I win.
Thank you so much to the Cube Ice and Entertainment Center for letting us go off script.
Especially in these outfits.
Oh my God, it was medal worthy, this performance. Oh, look. Wow. Oh my God, I'm so honored. Oh.
Thank you.
Wow. We'll see you next time.